You're shifting from doing the work to leading people who do the work. That's a completely different skill set. So forget about the pressure of wanting to be the perfect manager or leader from day one. This guide is all about giving you practical, actionable advice to help you build a strong foundation as a new leader, especially if you're an introvert. It will help you to avoid the overwhelm with this transition. So let's get right into it and start with the first one, which is a foundational tip. The first thing you want to do is master the art of one-on-one connection. If there's one thing that I'll tell every first-time manager, it's that you need to master one-on-one connection. As an introvert myself, this was my go-to method to be able to change my trajectory as a new leader. Your success basically hinges on relationships, not just the tasks that you do at work. So this means that you intentionally have to build meaningful one-on-one connections and relationships at every level. This means with your team members, with your peers, so other managers who are at your level, and especially with your boss, your boss's boss, and other decision makers in the organization. These focused conversations allow you to build a deeper understanding and build trust that creates a network of support for you. And with your team, these one-on-one conversations helps you build trust and show that you genuinely care. With your peers, it'll strengthen your collaboration. With your boss and other decision makers, they provide strategic insight and increase your visibility in the structure as a capable leader. So you do not want to skip one-on-one conversations. They are a valuable tool that will help you go a long way. The second thing is to get to know your team and their strengths. So building directly on these one-on-one conversations, your next step is to get to know your team individually and identify their unique strengths. You want to approach your new role on a fresh slate. No assumptions and no perceptions, especially if you've been able to talk to the previous manager or you got some direction from your leadership team. No assumptions. Start on a fresh slate. Schedule dedicated one-on-one time with each team member. Ask them open-ended questions about their career aspirations, their work style, what energizes them, what support they need. And understanding their individual talents and strengths will allow you to assign tasks more effectively. It'll help your team grow and it'll help you build a high-performing team. And basically, when your team feels understood and they feel valued as individuals, you're going to build trust way quicker. In that same vein, you want to understand your team's strengths, but you also need to understand your own leadership strengths. As you're learning about your team and their individual talents, it's also important that you take the dedicated time to understand your own strengths and abilities based on the current job that you have. What are you naturally good at? Are you a calm, strategic thinker? Are you an exceptional listener? Are you a problem solver? Are you a planner? You need to know yourself and what you're bringing to the table. If you've never done such an exercise, what you want to do is reflect on your past accomplishments and any positive feedback that you've received. And these will give you clues and hints about those things that you excel in. And in leadership, you really want to lean into what you do well rather than trying to mimic someone else's leadership style, because ultimately you want this to be sustainable. You want this to feel natural, and that's how you're going to perform at your best. You want to play to your strengths and don't try to be a leader that you are not. And here's where it gets really powerful. When you know your own strengths, it also helps you illuminate on areas of improvement. And those gaps don't need to be naturally filled by you. And this is the great part of having a team and being a leader, is that you can rely on your team for support in the areas that you need development. So you don't have to carry the burden, you don't have to carry the load all on your own. A smart leader builds a complementary team and leverages everyone's unique superpowers, everyone's strengths, and that's why it's so important to know the strengths that are currently on your team. So to really put these strengths-based leadership ideas to practice, you definitely want to grab my free 5-day email course, which is called Lead with Strengths. It'll walk you through how to build your personal and team strengths map so that you can clearly identify, track, and leverage those unique talents and strengths that you have on the team. This will help you to build a stronger team and a more effective leadership style. So check out the link in the description for that resource. It also includes 50 questions that can help you when you're having those one-on-one conversations with your team members. The next thing you really want to know is don't think that you need to know everything from day one. Nobody starts a new leadership job with all the answers. I know sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm the leader, I should know this, but the best leaders are always learning. If you try to act like you know everything, it will just cause you stress, and you're ultimately pushing your team away because you're basically telling them that I don't need you. Instead, you want to be curious, be open about learning new things, ask good questions, even if they're simple ones. And it's okay to say when you don't know something. Being willing to learn and show that you're human will help you build respect, authority, and trust with your team, and it won't make you look bad if you're someone who's concerned that not knowing something will make you look bad. Number 5, learn from other managers' experience. I'm more in the sense of mentorship and coaching, not necessarily to copy their style. So you absolutely don't have to figure this out on your own, and it is a great strategy to seek out experienced managers, leaders, coaches who can provide you insight, people who have already been there, people who have taken a few steps ahead of you, who can share their knowledge with you. So by connecting with these kinds of people, whether it's inside your company or outside of your company, and you can even ask them what they wish they knew when they were starting off as managers or leaders. And this wisdom can save you a lot of trial and error. It's going to give you so many great ideas, especially when you're facing tough situations as a people manager. So take that opportunity to connect with people who have gone ahead of you to gain that insight. If you're a first-time leader or manager, especially as an introvert, and you're truly trying to excel your growth without feeling overwhelmed, my one-on-one coaching for leadership development can make a huge difference. We'll work together to build your executive presence, build your time management skills, and develop your team management skills as well to ensure that you thrive as a first-time leader. So take a look at the link in the description to book a discovery call with me to learn more about our leadership development program for introverts and how it can help you win at work. The next thing that's crucial is that you don't want to go in expecting to change everything at once. When you're starting a new role as a leader, even if you've been given the mandate by your leadership team to make some changes, don't go in the first week, 2 weeks, saying that you're going to be making all these changes. As a new manager, you may have hundreds of amazing new ideas, but sweeping changes from day one is going to disrupt the workflow of your current team. It's going to create anxiety for the team, and you're going to undermine trust very quickly. So focus initially on observing, listening, understanding, and find out what's currently there, what's the current state before making major overhauls. And identify 1 or 2 key areas where you can make an early positive impact. And then where you want to prioritize more of your time is in terms of building relationships and creating stability first. Patience and thoughtfulness and incremental improvements are going to yield to way better long-term results. In leadership, one of the foundational things is that you want to lead by example. Your actions speak louder than words. So if you want your team to be accountable, you need to be accountable. If you want your team to be communicative, you need to be communicative. You need to demonstrate the values and work ethic that you expect from them. You need to show them the way that you want them to interact with you. So show up prepared, follow through on your commitments, and walk in integrity. Maintain your professionalism, and when your team sees that you embody the principles of good leadership, they're going to be inspired to follow. They're going to be inspired to create a strong, cohesive team and unit that is following this leader that is leading them by example. A practical tip that is a constant challenge as a leader is you need to master time management. Balancing your own work with managing the work of your team is crucial. As a manager, as a leader, your role shifts from primarily doing your individual tasks to enabling others to actually do their work. And while you're still having to do your own projects as well, you need to be able to prioritize, you need to learn to delegate effectively, and understand your team's workflow and carve out dedicated time for both strategic planning and individual check-ins with your team. If you don't manage your time well, what ends up happening is you're going to feel overwhelmed and your team won't get the support that they need. And it's a continuous learning process, but time management is a crucial skill that you need to learn as a new manager. Running meetings is going to be part of your day-to-day as a leader. In this video, I share strategies to run better meetings and make the most of everyone's time. I'll see you in that one.